Well, it's that time again. Outer Points Productions is about to go live with another Knockout Challenge match. Join me, Little Cheddar, and my guest live at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, as we will be delivering some of the best mediocre commentary in the business. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the match, and don't forget to jump in the chat and say hello. Please take the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that like button, and share it with all your friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you right after this word from our fabulous sponsors.
Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet in the Port of Sheboygan is Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader, running the most trips and catching the most fish. Enjoy great fishing for trout and salmon aboard one of our 6 fully equipped modern charter boats with experience and professional crews. See why Dumper Dan's is the most popular name in the industry. We offer fishing and lodging packages featuring the best in riverfront condos and hotel accommodations. Half or 3/4 day trips available, so call to make your reservations today or log on to dumperdan.com. Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet, Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Outer Points Productions. I will be one of your hosts for the evening, Trevor Simpson, and beside me is Mr. Chris Green.
Good evening, everybody.
Welcome. We're going to be little cheddarless in the booth because he is somewhere else.
He's going to attempt to play pool.
He's going to attempt to play pool. Right. He is going to show us his prowess on the pool table versus his prowess in the commentator's booth. I don't know if it'll be the same mediocre performance. I'm sure he's hoping probably not. Or if he's not hoping that, I guarantee you his partner, Michael Misevicz, is hoping that it's not the same mediocre performance.
Right? He's over there shaking his head already because he knows we're making fun of him.
So in case you can't see us, see it there behind us, we are in the KO 4.1 Challenge Scotch Doubles, and I think we're getting close to being ready for everything.
Yep.
So let's get it out to the table.
Get the boys to leg.
And get the boys to lag, and let's see who will be spinning the wheel of destiny.
You going to go out and do the wheel? That's your job.
Right? My job now.
Your job. All right. Looks like it's going to be Dale and Kendall legging. Ooh, it's close. Kendall wins. So we'll get the wheel view up. Let's see what we're going to play tonight. 9-ball. Kendall was hoping for that. I am sure Kendall was hoping for that. So, how's everybody in the chat tonight? Are you all liking, sharing? Hello, Baby Cheddar. I see you're here in person even. Hello, Al. Pete Peshta, good evening. Fred Runner. Hello, Kyle. Oh, we're doing 8-ball?
Isn't he racking up too many balls?
Oh,
he just racked it up like that.
I was gonna say I'm all about 8-ball. Never mind.
I have it out here. Oh, yeah. There you go. He was looking for the remote to fix the lights, and he took it out there with him. He so organized he didn't realize he was organized. That's probably a first, I'm guessing.
Yep. All right. Let the fun begin.
So.
And the players are mic'd up, so we'll be able to listen to their conversations.
We'll see what they have to say. Kendall taking the first break.
And I'm guessing everybody can hear us out there?
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, I don't see anybody saying no sound yet, so.
Right. That's
I was racking my brain yesterday when he called me on the phone, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna try and make a new input setting." I'm like, "No, don't touch that," because I'm like, if the thing is telling you it's offline, it's working. So what's not working? I'm like, and trying to walk Dale how to bring up device manager was interesting.
Yes, yep, that would be not way past, but just a tiny bit past his comfort and skill level with the administration of a desktop or a PC. So
yep, because I'm like, oh my God, it's Windows 11. How do I do that the long way? Bring up Windows Explorer and right-click on this PC.
Is that it? Try it now. Thank you. There it is.
That's a good stroke.
Let's counted the button. Oops.
Yep. There we go. Now we're mic'd up.
That's not looking too good for us.
Oh, and of course the first thing Mike says when they're mic'd up is, "Whoops, we're done." I suppose he's not wrong. You would, given the 4 balls left on the table in their layout, you would sure expect Spencer and Kendall to get out from here.
Yep. Good evening, Justin. Welcome to the stream. Ooh, that went a little far.
That did go a little far.
A little firm on that one.
That's a good shot, though. Ooh, that's straight.
Ooh.
Well,
There's a tester.
That'll give him something to think about.
Shoot after Spencer or Kendall?
Do you just roll the dice here?
I think you just play it.
Yeah, Kendall seems to like the combo.
Right?
Did you ever think a year and a half ago when this stream started that we'd be playing against the Mad Apple?
No.
That's a good point. I think that was kind of a
Well, hello, Heather. Welcome to the stream.
two-way-ish shot he was looking for there with a bank and maybe hiding the 8.
Yeah, trying to hide him behind the 9.
Yeah, but he didn't quite get there, so. Leaves Mike with
Nice shot.
a good look there.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Boy.
There's a tester for Dale.
Yeah, we'll get down there. Little look at that.
So glad I left you great.
Got a shot here, right here. This isn't easy.
That angle, I think I'd try and bank it.
If you can even pocket.
Send the cue up on the top rail, and he's try and bank it in the side. I'd go in the corner. Play with a little bit of pace, so if it does miss, hopefully it lands back in the middle of the bottom rail and get the cue up on the top rail.
Yep, you absolutely intentionally kind of play that a little bit short, miss it on the pro side, if you will, and get the cue ball to move, a little bit up table. Let's see how his execution is. His first look at the table is certainly not an easy one.
Good evening, John. Welcome to the stream.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Short. Play it here, bounce it out, and leave it long rail.
Yep.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yep.
We're all on the same page.
Yep.
Now let's see if Mr. Cheddar can execute.
Right. Obviously, that means we're all geniuses.
That is
Gotta
not
hit
it.
harder.
That would have been.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he miscued there a little bit. He admitted
I made
it.
mine.
So Kendall with
Oh,
this
the fucking
chip in
speed on
9
that.
ball,
Ooh, there's our first F-bomb.
Thought I hit it soft.
and that will get them
Yeah.
the first rack.
You just keep shooting
Oh,
them
wrong one.
in order.
The
That
green
is.
button.
Oh, the green one. Hey, well,
Explain the order.
I was going to give him -1. That's okay, right?
I like that, giving him -1.
Right, yeah. That's like the scoring in Ultimate Pool. They start in the hole. They're giving them a spot to start
And
with.
then whoever just shot
Which-
after me.
Man, I think that's weird. I don't know
we
if
did
you've
it
watched
right.
much of that or not, but boy,
So you
seeing
just followed
seeing
Dale,
people in
so
league
then you'll
play
always
start
follow
at
Dale,
like
too.
-2 or -3 to 0.
Yeah.
The
No,
first,
I haven't seen that.
yeah, the first time I saw that
Yeah,
on
I follow Spencer, but
I think it's
He's gonna follow you.
poolside
No
chat
matter
with
what.
Todd. He is
That's how it felt.
because you just followed him.
not streaming,
just
but he
now,
has
so
some
you'll
of his
follow him
Ultimate
every
Pool
time.
matches recorded. And
So if
man,
you guys play safeties back and forth, you
Man
guys
alive.
can shoot 10 innings in a row without me and Spencer moving.
there's just some of them where he's starting in the hole. He's starting at like -2, and the other person is starting at 0
Because
based
you're
on
not
their
playing in any kind of
their
order.
rankings. And
just follow the
the
same
first time
person.
that showed up, that was super confusing for
He
me.
just follows
Right?
you.
I'd be like,
He's always
how
gonna
can
follow
somebody
you.
be in the hole?
So if you get into a safety battle with them, it'll just be you and him over and over again.
All right. Well, they had their little talk about the rules and the following rules, who follows who. So the understanding that you always follow the same person. So that means that Mike will always follow Spencer, and
Hey, thanks.
Dale will always follow Kendall.
Yep.
I turned them down just a little bit. Their mics are a little loud, I thought, maybe
Yep.
out there. So
Agreed.
I turned them down a little bit. If it's not enough, let us know in the chat, or if it's still too much, let us know. I mean, I can talk over top of anybody, but it's probably going to sound ugly. So we want to try and make it as easy listening and on your ears as we can. I mean, we already know it's better because it's my voice over Dale's.
Right?
Something far manlier versus his squeaky little mouse voice. He'll love that when he hears it back, so that's exactly why I said it. And guaranteed he will listen and watch this back.
I love it.
Well, Kendall gets a little bit by the Vincent Didio there, but more than anything, I think the English bit him there. He was putting a whole bunch of low left on that to try and come back and get at the 2 ball,
Yep.
and it just kind of threw that out of the pocket on him a little bit. Easy to do.
Especially on this table.
Absolutely. So Dale makes that shot. Give Mike a look here. You can see the 2 ball is married up to the 9 ball there and kind of doesn't go anywhere with the 4 ball. Pretty straightforward safe though here. You just kind of catch the 2 ball and bank it right back up the table, and the cue ball should go over to the long rail and settle behind the 5 and the 3.
Oh,
Now it's real interesting.
he's going to get away with that
Now, just to
miscue.
clarify,
Yes.
Now it's Spencer's shot. Okay.
Just following the same person every time. He thought he was making it easy, and he did not.
This is one of the worst rules I ever made up.
It's fucking awful.
And there's number 2, but
We got the first F-bomb in,
there's the truth in
What are you
that.
talking about? That's my 3rd.
Yes, it is.
But who's counting?
Right?
I was just trying to punch that out and get the cue ball behind the 5-3 area. But I hit the 2 ball so short that it didn't.
So Spencer
Me
just
again.
kind of goes for the
Yeah, little,
See, and then
little
I'll
safety
shoot,
shot.
and then you'll
Yep.
shoot again.
a little 50-50 split there.
Is that really how it goes?
Little 50-50 split there. So, and he ends up putting the 2 ball in kind of one of the worst spots on the table, just off of the side pocket there.
Ooh.
Mike
I don't think he wanted that to drop, but
It's kind of
absolutely,
supposed to be a two-way shot.
absolutely drills
Hit on
the
three, maybe you
Z-bank.
can play a better safety than I could. That's our coach.
That makes 0 sense.
Yeah, that definitely was not what he was hoping for, but
nope.
Trying to put it in
there
the
we go.
organization in my head.
I mean, this is our coach, so if you want to talk about it.
I break, then you should shoot next and yours should switch. But after that, you should follow the person, right?
Yeah.
So Dale playing it safe,
Yep.
putting the cue tight on the rail, or trying to get it tight on the rail.
Oh, I don't have to call it. I forgot.
Kendall also trying to play a two-way here. Oh, that's not right.
That
was a nice bank.
That was uncalled for.
Yeah, that's brutal.
He got it to wobble in off of both of the outer points.
Dale's gonna try and play the
Isn't
9.
easy.
Ride that 9.
You bet.
I think that's tough. I don't know. Yeah, right. I think it's
Yeah, that scratch is kind of brutal.
Yeah, that was definitely not what they were looking for.
That's my kind of luck. Make a great shot and then scratch on it.
Yep. We've all done it.
Ooh.
They're clean either.
Yeah, and that's
Fine, whatever.
I could tell you didn't like it when you kept looking back and forth and where the 5 was.
yeah, that was kind of a good. I think that was the good choice for the rack too, because the 5-7 is still
Yeah, the
quite a
5-7 's
problem.
still quite a problem.
I
Yeah,
liked it if it was there, yeah.
I mean, if you
ain't mad at
really
that.
wanted to get crazy,
the
you
run
could
out
try
was too
some
hard,
inside
but
English on that 4
that
and
9 ball
maybe
was
try and curve back
That
into that 9, but
big right there, yeah.
that's asking a lot.
Or I could
yeah,
make the
yeah.
5.
That's asking a lot of
I'll
your
have to
cue
do
ball,
this,
and
man. If you
you're
get me out of
generally not trying to get away with that
Make the
much.
9.
Yep. Yeah, I like what Kendall says.
Are
Pocket
you
the
talking
4,
about
tip him
making
up
the
table
4
a little
and
bit,
making
and bank the 5.
Yeah, not both. Yeah. I think you either go for the 9 or you leave me the bank on the 5.
Maybe we'll get another chance.
I don't like breaking them. Okay, do that.
Here, I would
Yeah,
do that.
you're right. Hit the 7, you said? No.
If I were them.
Draw back, break it
I
up.
wouldn't take
Because
draw
I can
back
always
eyeball
play
at all.
safety if you miss that. You're not going to leave me nothing.
Getting that forward down the table a little bit further.
You're not going to make
But
it. I know you can.
I had to hit it so
I think it's a better shot to draw back. than
You would have had to
5-7.
smoke that ball.
Looking at the angle, right? I mean, isn't
I
it? It's
didn't
right
want to do
there.
that because then the 9 will sit right in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I like that line of thinking by Kendall there. Try
I
and
just hate leaving
try and
the
keep it
4-9
as
hang in the hole if you don't quite make it. You know what I mean?
yep, yeah. Try and keep it as simple as you can with the cue ball
It's
movements.
all in the same
Make the
shot.
9.
It counts.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Yep. I think that's some solid advice that all of us could benefit from,
My most
me
effective
included.
Coaching ever ignored. See?
Oh, they'll get
Ooh,
another.
there we
That's
go.
what I was talking about. Oh. Well, you made the 4 though. Well, you didn't tell me you were going to make the 4.
You guys want to hug it out?
Am I wrong? I think I'm right.
He's not going to get a yes or no from us. He's looking up at the booth there,
We got down 2-0 last time, too. It's all good.
and that ends that game. So
Yep.
while they're racking, Chris, let's do one of these silly spotlight things.
Sponsor things.
Yeah, because we got them here.
That's the funny
So
part about that is I didn't even
Go to
think
Longview.
about
there you
that.
go. That'll work better.
Like you left them
Yep. Click on the number 3.
Yep.
That 2
Here you go.
balls.
Ready?
I
Yep.
played
I'll
it
let you
the way I
read.
wanted to.
Go.
I wanted the cue ball to sit
All
a little
right.
closer to the
We'll
wheel.
talk about
I believed you.
Mr.
So it was a
Vincent
good
Didio
save.
of Gallery 83 Tattoo Company. Is a multi-award-winning artist with 20
I thought
years
there
of
was a chance
experience
that
in
we're
all
over. That
styles
was
of
the only safety I
tattooing,
saw.
from elaborate black and gray realism to simple small designs. He is equipped to bring all of your ideas to life. Gallery 83 in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin is a relaxing, safe, and clean environment. For more information, please visit vincentattoos.com.
Awesome.
Played into
That Vince Didio guy was in the booth last night even.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, so I figured that was a good place to start
Told him no English.
since he was actually here,
If I just told him no
fresh
English,
in everybody's mind.
Right?
I don't want to do anything out of line here. All right.
It actually counts as 2.
You're done for the next game, too.
So we got Spencer breaking now.
That's not funny.
House
Well, yeah,
rules.
because Kendall pocketed the ball, so.
Yep. Yep.
Give me a window.
Man, I'll tell you, it's so similar to my break, it just isn't. I said it's so similar to my break, it just isn't.
I can't tell. I don't think that goes.
I don't think it goes.
Yeah, you got a little better angle on it. I don't think it quite does. He's lining it up like he thinks he
Yeah,
can
I
sneak it in there.
I think he's playing the 1-4.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, no.
proves what we know.
Made mine. Just kidding.
There we go.
I wasn't supposed to make that.
Right? I made mine.
Right?
Now it's your turn.
The joys of Scotch
Maybe
doubles.
Not. That's really bad.
Get out that little jump
I
cue.
wasn't supposed to go in.
I think so, because I can send the 2 up by the 7.
Boy. Yeah, I don't know how you get to the 2 ball from here. I don't even know if you could. That's because you got to clear the 4 and
I
miss
was gonna
the
say
8.
swing at it.
Jumping at it. I don't know.
I think he can. I think he can go between the 4-3 as long as he misses the side pocket with some spin.
Yep.
He might be able to get a good hit.
Missed the 3.
He's just hoping he doesn't line up the 2-9.
That's a good hit.
Nice
That's
hit.
a really good hit. Is that going to get to
Ooh,
the
that
side
might
pocket?
actually make it.
Oh. That was a hell of a hit there, Mr. Cheddar.
That was probably the worst safety I've ever played in my life, and it turned out to be a really good safety.
Good safety for your partner.
I just wanted to get the 1 out 2 rails and leave the cue ball behind the 4. It seemed pretty simple.
So we'll
Yeah,
get a
until
look
the
here
1
and
ball
see what
dropped.
Kendall's looking at.
I noticed.
I think the 3 sneaks in the side from there. So if he just soft rolls this and he can soft roll the 3, the 4 ball's right there. Well, he's went to the other side of the 3 ball.
And that's literally all the room there was to make the 1.
Wasn't Dale's
I couldn't
fault.
hit it hard to get back out
Works
for
just the
That-
same.
That was Mike's fault, Al. He's the one that left Dale crappy.
So the important shot in this rack to me looks like the 4 to the 5.
Yep.
6, 7, 8 provide a little, half table wall of blockers, if you will, but there are some gaps in there.
I
So
was just going to say, just not straight in.
there are percentages and chances.
It's always nice when the children leave.
Pretty good crowd here
Yeah,
watching.
it's got a good crowd tonight.
Yeah, yep. About a quarter of the tables are full with players, and got a contingent of half a dozen people or so sitting off to the side watching.
Yeah, nice little crowd for here cheering for both
It was
sides.
a really smooth shot.
A few players here, a few people here for Spencer and Kendall, and Cheddar's got his mom and Pop here, and the wife and the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a surprise about Mom later too.
I was going to say, yep, we got something in store for that after we get through this rack. We'll give you a little special treat there.
That's the shot. Good shots. Good shot.
That's funny, Justin. I like that.
That was a really good shot.
Yep. Yeah, Spencer put him in really good position to get out of this rack now. Makes the rest of the rack play awful nice when you can just slow roll everything around the table, especially with as tight as this table plays.
Yep.
You don't want to have to be smashing balls into pockets and trying to really send the cue ball. Much better off to just be able to roll stuff and end up with position like that.
Ooh. There's a fortunate roll.
I've seen worse.
Good thing Spencer's tall.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that helps. Makes the reach a little easier.
Nice shot.
There you go. And that puts them up
Nice shot, Spencer.
3-0.
Hey, I get
So let's see. We got a couple little pieces here. How's that for? There's where little Cheddar gets some of his form from. That's his, I think he said 86-year-old mother
Yep.
playing on the stream table.
And
How's
whooping
that?
his butt.
Yeah, that part of it I missed, but that doesn't surprise me at all. Doesn't surprise me at all that she would whoop up on him. And by God, she doesn't, looks like she's held a cube before, so
Yes, she has.
knows what she's doing. So
If I would have got to the other side,
we know where Cheddar gets a little of his talent from, or probably all of it, honestly.
I would have dogged it.
Alrighty. So, Kendall breaking now, with them leading 3-0, race to 10, 9-ball. 3
Yep.
games in 9-ball, not a whole lot.
Nope.
Too much English.
One or two more games, though, and them boys are going to start being in trouble.
Yep, it's time. They got to be thinking that it's time to get a hold of one here if they can. So, let's get a look at the overhead and see the layout. He got a ball on the break. He has an open look at the 1 ball.
Yeah, 3 sitting in the corner.
Yeah, so this is just
So it
Just-
could be tricky to get off the 3 onto the 4.
Yep.
Just because them hangers are always a little funny sometimes.
Yep.
A little too much or a little too less of that ball, and the next thing you know, that cue is taken off
Yeah.
the rail.
Yeah, they require a very precise hit, far more than you would think. It isn't about pocketing the ball. It's about making sure you get the cue ball on the right path.
Oh,
Kendall.
very nice.
Yeah,
Very
Kendall.
nice shot by Kendall.
Yep, absolutely. Decides the rail first path there was the way to victory, and he did pretty good with it.
Yeah, well, Spencer just needs to get past that 6 ball and leave a narrow angle.
Yeah, played really well.
Beautiful.
Yep. And these two guys, they don't waste a whole lot of time over shots. These are guys that are pretty comfortable at the table doing almost anything, and they're just natural pace of play is
Yep.
a little bit quicker. So they'll get through 9-ball racks in a hurry.
Yep. Little shy on that one, but still very doable. Ooh. And as I say that, there is my commentator curse.
Run out there. I didn't think about safety. It opened up. You didn't quite get
Look, I want
Nice, yeah. Kendall with the little friendly jab at his partner for
I'd have
catching
run
an
out
outer
instead of
point there.
playing safe.
Yeah. So that gets Mike up to the table, and boy, he
get to make up for your
Ouch.
over-thinned that.
Yep.
Probably, as we were talking about, you got to think in the back of his head, he was absolutely thinking we need to take advantage of this to try and get our first one on the board.
Freaking terrible.
So let's see if on their second visit here that
Yeah.
Spencer and
Pretty sure they're going to get out this time.
Spencer and Kendall are
I don't think Spencer's missing that shot in the side this time.
nope. I'd bet a whole pile on it.
Ooh.
Luck, little luck.
Ooh. Outer
Yeah.
points positioning.
Jump up
That's
and
how I
then
would have played it.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Damn it, Dale.
All right.
All right. Let's get another one of these sponsor thingers
That was a
lined
thin
up.
shot, but not that thin.
Yoink. Go ahead, Chris.
You're not in
Oh,
there.
it's the same one.
It's the same one.
Let's try a different one. Yoink.
All right. We have Bobby Joe, and is the broker owner of Home Sweet Home Real Estate in Waupun, Wisconsin. She has many years of experience in residential, land, farm, and commercial real estate. For exceptional service, please give her a call at 345-1055.
Perfect. As long as I press the right buttons, we're all good.
Rugged.
So, Spencer with the break. And he is dry. So let's get a look at the overhead here. See kind of where the table lays. You can see the one, but he certainly doesn't have really a viable open shot. But there's a touchy rolly safe, I guess.
Yep.
Like slow rolling the length of the table.
Not really.
No.
Thin the left side of the one and bring the cue ball back over here.
Go that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I was going to go 1 ball, 2 rails, and then the cue ball behind that stuff. All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yep. I like it.
I'll take all the help I can get. My shots haven't been working.
I like it.
That'd be the only reason to play it that way, is to play the 9 a little bit through.
Yeah, I like that shot.
Yep. There is lots of opportunity for safety there.
First one of the night.
Well played, Mike.
Yep.
Show me what yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Yep. And this absolutely,
Much smarter. I like it.
I wouldn't say removes the jump unless your name is Feder Gorst, but it sure
Even
Yeah.
that's
lowers the chances.
None of us are doing a double ball jump.
Right, right.
Over to 4, hit the table, over to 7, 1 in the corner. Yeah, that ain't happening
Yeah.
for any of us.
Nope. And, I mean, a kick is going to be at least 2, if not 3 rails from there. And with the one, not all the way down to the second diamond, it doesn't line
the
up.
9's a little bit in the way for that nice little
Yep.
kick. Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't line up naturally with the 9 ball there.
Trying to get in between the 8 and 2. Well, let's see what Mr. Spencer can come up with.
Yeah, I saw that. What was she looking for?
Going to give the commentators a hard time.
Good hit. Really nice.
That was a really good hit there. And
I don't think anything hit a
Did I
rail.
hit the rail?
I don't think it did
I
either.
don't think anything hit a rail.
But have them look.
Hang on.
Hit a rail?
Oh, we can watch up here, yeah.
Yeah, take a watch on the big TV.
Yeah, they're going to watch on the big TV.
Bam, bam, hit. Yeah, nothing hit a rail because the cue came off the rail. No hit.
Yeah, there's no rail.
No rail, right?
Yep. Yep, they watched it.
No, you hit the rail, then the one.
It didn't. It
Yeah.
didn't. I was standing there. I watched it. It never hit it.
So that is a foul.
Yep, it's a ball in hand
Now,
for the
wait a minute.
boys.
Dale's shot. It didn't hit. I watched it. Trust me, I would love to set it.
It was a really good try, though.
Or you can turn it on YouTube. Right now.
But then it raised the one first, then the rail came off and kicked
It did. I thought it was going to, the angle you came in on, but it definitely didn't. When I
Yep.
watched it again.
So this is not a simple table to run out here.
Nope.
He doesn't follow.
I would put the cue like right next to the 5, cut the 1 down like Mike's looking. That way you come out to the table
Isn't it
for the
Dale's
2.
shot right now? I don't mean to.
But I follow
No, I
Mike.
follow you, Dale.
How's that work if I follow Mike and he follows me?
So we can play 10 innings in a row without the other 2 shooting.
No, I get that. Always follows you. And I always follow him.
Yeah.
That's why I wish I would have never done this rule.
Well, so we got to figure it out.
Well, when Dale made that rule, I'm like, that's a dumb rule. And he's like, no,
You
it's
gave your
not. I'm
timeout.
like, yeah, it is because you have
your
oddball
timeout.
rounds. You could have the same guy following the same guy 3 times in a row
Shots to get any rotation.
instead of them rotating.
Yep, and that's what Kendall just kind of realized that yeah, there is the potential of if Mike plays safe here, that means Spencer is up again.
Yep.
And if Spencer kicks at it, gets a hit, that means Mike is up again. So they could go back and forth. I like what he's thinking here in trying to 3-foul, because I don't think there's much of a future for running this rack out, honestly.
Yeah, the 4 ball's a little tied up, but
Yeah,
beyond that,
The 4 and the 6 are a little funny, and you play the 4-6, you got to get position on the 4, then 5 goes on the side, 6 might be gone, the 7's not in a great spot. I don't know. My gut just tells me
God, that came out so far.
this is a tough out.
yep.
Not that it can't be done, and I mean you certainly could play, make the 1, make the 2, play safe on the 3. Behind the 4-6,
Well,
something
it might
like
work
that.
out in their favor because here it's Dale making the 2, so Mike could pocket the 3, and then it would be Dale trying to do the combo.
Yep.
So at least the higher rated player is trying to do the combo.
Yep. That's a good way of looking at it too. It's a good way of looking at it too.
This is don't give me on this table though. Because
It's
now Dale, I think Dale's gonna try and draw back just a little bit.
he is. Yep. The way he was lining that up, if he gets back to a little short of the 5 ball,
Yeah,
which he did.
got away with
I
it
didn't
though.
like that
Yep.
4-6 combo.
2 sitting in the middle of the rails, pretty fortunate.
Yep.
It was a stop shot. It was literally a stop shot.
The 2 over there?
Yeah, in that corner.
I didn't even look at that pocket.
That's what I was hoping you would do. I didn't want a long shot on the 2 to get to the 3.
That's, I mean, that's fair. I didn't think it was going to roll that far.
Ooh, nice
You're up
try on the
again.
bank. Did the 2 roll up enough to get the 8 in the game? I don't think so. I think Dale can see it.
So Dale shoots
Yep.
him and I shoot.
Yeah, he absolutely can.
It was really nice.
And there's no reason for him not to cut this in the side either.
Yep, that's what I was just gonna say. Nice.
Good. Yeah, I mean you got to slow roll it, a thin snip, but
Even this isn't bad.
trying to go
Get a diamond off the rail. Perfect.
uber long with it. If the 3 goes past the 9, yeah, nothing wrong with that at all.
Yep.
Just you got the 9 in your vision, but you just got to block it out, pretend it's not there.
Ooh, use that pocket.
Yeah. Good enough though. Good enough.
Mikey sweating that one a little bit.
So we still, like you said, we still have Dale on the 4-6
Yep.
combo here. So
So if he makes this, they might be able to run out.
I'm not sure he likes the angle where the 4 ball's going though, with the cue ball heading to the long rail. Yeah.
Ooh. Ouch.
He was hoping he was hoping to get a little double kiss action there, I think, on the
Yep.
4 ball to kind of hold it up from going up table. Boy,
Mike makes
it's a
a
heck
really
of a
nice shot.
And he
Yep.
just got down and fired that. He did not think about that at all. He just got down and fired it.
Yep, and sometimes that's what you got to do. You can't overthink it and talk yourself out of it. Just get down and go, okay, this is going in the pocket. Bam.
Yep. And yeah, boy, being able to come on that side of the 5 ball makes this run out
Still a little dicey.
dicey, but
Very-
doable.
Very doable.
Very doable.
So let's see which way Dale's looking. I think he's looking at putting it in the bottom pocket.
Yeah, I think bottom right there.
Nice shot. Ooh, didn't want to catch the 9 though. He was really hoping to miss that 9 and come around.
Yeah. I mean, far be it from me 200 Fargo points under him to question that, but I'm not certain why he thought he needed to go around that far versus just slow rolling that and and or maybe just pinch drawing it back to
Yep.
the long rail.
I would have pinch drawed, like you're saying, hit the side rail and then just float straight back across instead of trying to get on top of it to put to put the 7 in the side.
Yeah, I think maybe he was trying to do a little too much there, but maybe he had a better look at the angle than we did from there, so maybe there was more angle to it than it looked like.
Yep.
This is another one where, man, I don't know if you...
I like it. It's doable for that back cut bank.
On the 1 ball, first shot.
Yep. Get you zoomed in here, and
But he might get lucky and hit the 1 rail and float back across and pocket it in the other side.
yep.
That's the fun part about 9 ball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, trying to play safe.
I see. That's
Well,
that's
no-
very workable.
No
It's the
gimme.
best I could see. I didn't see a real good way to even try to make it.
That's very workable.
I think the bank in the cross corner, I mean, it was tight with the 8 ball, and then it was a scratch shot no matter what the hell I did.
Yeah, Spencer can see this, but it's no easy cut shot.
So I think
Kind of the same thing. Just make your shot and just let the cue roll back and forth across the table.
Spencer's
Yep.
been following me every time. Kendall and you follow each other. It's been like this since the beginning. Remember that we talked about if you guys get in a safety battle, it's 10 times in a row. That was the first one we talked about.
Ooh, I'm surprised he tried that.
Big bounce.
Because I think the cut was there. He just had to go for it.
Yep.
But maybe, Spencer's got the little bit of, hey, we got a four-game lead.
That
And
there's
take a little bit of a chance.
there's some merit to that as well.
Because these guys are struggling a little bit yet.
Boy, that's a
Ah,
heck of a shot by Mike.
beautiful shot and no reward.
No.
Well, no
Good-
easy reward.
Goodness.
This order thing is really screwing with my head.
Let's see.
Oh, I clearly should have played I should have played a Z-bank on that 7.
That's what I thought you were going to do.
Boy, this leaves Dale with another tough decision.
Yep.
Right.
He's trying to leave him long. Oh, not.
Oh, nope, that's catching the point. That's going to stay out.
That's all right.
Yep.
Makes it difficult for Mike, but,
It's a look at it.
here's where Dale can go, hey, I made mine. That's what I would have said anyways. I made mine. Your
Right?
turn.
Let's see how this one rolls at the Vincent Didio.
Nice.
Well struck.
Nice out, guys.
Very nice shot.
And they get their first one on the board. Let's get us another one of these little
All right.
sponsor things.
Dale's cheering. Dale's family's over
Nice
there
shot on the
cheering
8,
for
Dale.
him. Almost as loud as Heather.
I did not leave you very good on that.
That's a tough shot.
All right.
It's true.
John Co. Express provides expedited shipping of packages in Wisconsin and the surrounding states. Same-day pickup and delivery. Call them now locally at 920-921-9191. And I'm going to defer to you because I know the ownership changed, but I'm being not familiar with everyone up here. I don't remember the names.
Jason Harlan.
Congratulations, Jason, on your new business ownership. I hope it goes well. It's always a daunting task. That is a
Stupid 5-ball getting in the way, as Dale says, as he's smacking his cue down on the
Yes.
floor.
yes, and Dale using a little bit of the local knowledge, definitely not putting as much into that break as either Spencer or Kendall have.
Yep. Yeah, he made a couple of nice shots. We practiced a little bit before everybody got here. Me and him played a couple of 9-ball games, and yeah, he had the breakdown going pretty good.
Yep.
Made the wing ball, and I think 1 out of the 3 breaks, he made the 1 in the side, but the other 2 times that he saw the 1 at least. So
Yep.
that's why he's a little frustrated, because that break was working for him during practice to at least see the 1.
Super impressive, especially after a break. I thought it was there, the kick and stick. And I thought it would hit something down here.
If he doesn't end up behind the 5,
Ooh.
they're out.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
All right. Well, a good hit there.
Yep.
This can't be like this. I don't understand. You guys are going to go back and forth now. It's just...
Kendall's not happy with the rotation rule of always following the same player.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mike grabbing the short stick.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a masse around that, I think.
Yeah.
So I could see jumping that. It's a half ball jump. The scary part is it could be a dead scratch.
Yes. Yep.
Where I'd almost rather masse because you have less chance of scratching, in my opinion.
Yep. You catch this a little thick jumping it, and it absolutely scratches all day. Is he gonna leave him? Oh yeah.
Well,
Got pretty fortunate on that one,
a
too.
little bit interesting.
No, I couldn't see it at all. I wanted to just hit it thin into the rail.
Oh, he was
But
buried behind the
I thought
9
I had
farther
that
than we
first, but
thought.
I got
Oh.
down to shoot
Or
it
I
and it
thought.
wasn't there.
Yeah. No, it didn't. It looked to me like he
I was
had
just gonna hit it up against
at
the rail,
least
maybe
half of
do
the
one by
ball. I
six,
figured there.
leave it
Yep.
long down the rail past
Yeah,
the
sometimes the
side pocket
camera
shot.
angle's a little funny.
Indeed, the camera can absolutely fool you.
Yeah, I got fortunate again.
Nothing wrong with a little fortune with a good hit.
Yep. Yeah. You
Rather
can't.
did.
You can't
Maybe
get
I'll find out
fortunate
now.
unless you actually hit it too. So you
Yep.
have to, gotta secure that hit.
There we
Ooh.
go.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, here we go.
That's my
2-9 in the corner.
Boy. Yeah. With ball in hand, you absolutely have to set that up. There's just no.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Nope.
All right.
That was a bit of unfortune on Spencer's part there.
Yeah, it was a nice cut shot on the 1.
Sure was.
Unlucky on the scratch.
Yep.
Well,
All right. Well, back to 4-2 now.
4-2. Tighten the match up a little bit.
Yep, and that is a good practical demonstration of just how quickly 9-ball can turn on you.
Yep.
In the span of 2 very quick games, the momentum has entirely shifted to Mike and Dale, with just a 2 misfortunate rolls. Not that Spencer and Kendall have really done anything wrong. 9-ball is just a
Yeah,
just
it's
a game of swing momentum.
Yep.
Got to be along for the ride.
And it's like going into that mess. What are the chances of scratching when you got to go through all that traffic?
Yep. Not much you can do about that. Boy, that rack did not move very well.
Uh-uh.
I think he kind of road racked himself
He might
there.
have road racked himself there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the 3-9 just did not budge at all.
Well, that angle will make it a little tricky to get back on the 2.
Hair short.
Yep. Have a look from the side here.
Clear, are you?
I was going to say that
Would
was
you think safety there?
I would have highly considered it.
yeah. I was as I was looking at that, I was absolutely thinking that's a pretty natural, chip the 1 ball up to the head rail and get the cue ball down to the bottom of the table. But yet the previous rack, Cheddar was just talking with Mike about being really aggressive after the break.
So it's like, if you just get done telling your partner to be aggressive, don't go back on him and tell him, well, I would have played safe.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh.
Ooh, there's a miscue by Kendall.
Yeah. Yeah, he was stretching a little bit there, and he
Yep.
just kind of flinched at it. And
You and Dale both got the miscues or what?
Yeah, that one wasn't great.
So now here's where Dale can play a safe.
Yep. We'll get a little better look here at the bottom of the table.
Oh no. No, I missed you like crazy. I lost all my power and everything.
Yep. That'll
Safety played.
that'll do. That'll
Get
do,
ready for
donkey.
you in the Kendall safety battle. If you would have got around that 5, you would have been great. Yeah, if you would have got around it, that would have been nice. Ooh, that's fortunate too. Oh, off the 5? Off the 5?
Oh.
Oh, man. Yeah, Kendall just kind of shaking his head there a little bit.
Not quite sure what happened there.
He feels a little snake bit there. Yep.
Yep.
He absolutely just feels like he entirely got snake bit there. That was not anything you would have ever imagined happening.
Nope. Because if the 5 wasn't there, that's where the cue would have wound up, is just on top of that side pocket.
Yep.
He just got unlucky and hit the wrong side of the 5.
Yep. And now he did absolutely put the 5
After my favorite shot.
in a horrible position on the table.
So Dale's going for the 3 foul.
Been bad, but now the 5's real ugly too.
So if Kendall misses this one, I believe that'll put him on 2.
It will.
I'm pretty sure he's going to hit this one, though. Oh, yeah.
Nice shot, Kendall.
Yep.
Almost made it.
He did. He did. That was
That would have been...
It was a pretty makeable ball, really.
Yep.
The angle it was sitting at. Cheddar wanted him welded to the 3 ball there versus having a little gap to be able to kick, but he's still, still giving himself a chance. A little bit of a stretch.
Needs his milk.
Yep,
Milk crate.
Needs his crate.
I keep telling him to get elevator shoes for shooting pool, but...
Yep. Boy, That's not lined up too bad, and he's got kind of an... Oh, he doesn't have the...
I would concentrate on making the 3 here.
Yep.
Instead of trying to play the 9. Either cut it or play the safe, but I would focus on the 3, and what happens at the 9 happens. See?
Yeah, that was actually probably the worst outcome possible of missing the 3 ball because he moved the 5 off of the side rail.
Yep.
That makes the rest of this run out far easier than it was. Now, I don't know. I can't tell from here. It doesn't look like the 3 ball goes both out the window in front of us and on the overhead.
That's hard to tell.
Spencer's kind of looking at it.
I thought the stun was the best way to do it.
Oh, it does.
It's a great shot.
Heck of a shot.
Nice
and
shot.
Great position on the 4 ball as well. Like just natural. Kendall can just roll this in and he's perfect for the 5.
Yep. And 4 is out just a little bit, so it gives it that perfect angle to just roll up towards half table for the 5. Yep.
Well played there. And I think Kendall got just enough inside this that Spencer can just pinch this back out in the middle of the table with a little draw. Yep.
Yeah, shit.
Oh, I won't say it. Yeah, that's why I went for the 3 foul. Because of where the 5 was.
Yeah, as soon as he hit it there on that scratch, it made it real bad. It's all right. It's all right. We're off the schneid. I mean, we're still not looking good yet, but we're off the schneid.
Yeah. This isn't a gimme, but again, you absolutely would expect them to make that.
Yep.
So that kind of slows the skid that Spencer and Kendall were on there. So let's get another one of these El Sponsor Spotlightos going. The Conscious Carnivore. It's a whole animal butcher shop that provides expertise to help customers be more knowledgeable about what and how they eat. They opened their doors in September of 2013 with a mission to educate the home cook. They're located in Madison. Give them a shout out. Everybody likes meat.
Know 'em.
Yes.
Like my steaks medium rare, baby.
I prefer rare, but okay.
I'll do rare too.
Yeah.
rare to medium rare.
Yep. Kendall popping the cue ball off of the table there.
I was trying to remember. It's been a long time since I've seen her. Who
I like where he's going here. I like his thinking.
Dale's daughter over there.
He's going to just barely thin the one ball and get this cue ball behind that wall of 2938 down there in the corner.
Yep.
I like his thinking. Again, because the 5 ball ended up in a really bad spot on the table.
Well, even at that, even the 1 ball right now is in a bad spot because the 5
Right.
and the 8 are blocking it.
That's going to snuggle up nicely.
That's a nice shot.
Nice shot.
Yep.
And the good thing is, because of the way this all lined up.
Yep.
Ooh, missed it.
I made it. I called it for us. I did call it. Does that?
You hit the one.
Oh,
You gotta hit the one first, right?
And what I'm saying is, it's still your shot.
Oh yeah.
You
Well, I
guys
thought
follow
with
each
the
other. The
rules
way it
that you
lines
have,
up,
I
you get to
thought
play all
maybe-
3.
You're not wrong.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Kendall's picking on him for his dumb rules. I love it.
And hopefully a
is
third
there
time.
a 3
Well,
foul
we're
rule?
already on 2. That was 2 right there.
Is there a 3 foul rule?
Yeah.
That's not 2, is it?
When were you going to tell me that?
That's off the break. It's only 1.
No, it's 2. He popped the cue ball off the break.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so he is on 2. Oh, that one's got to
That
have
one's
some
not
legs.
gonna play, I don't think.
That one's got to have some legs.
That one's not going to play.
Well,
Maybe he'll scratch
what do you
after he
do
makes
here?
it. I like it though. That's the thought. That's the thought. But now it's open too. So.
Yeah. Cheddar hit that one a little cheddarish.
I'd say-
little soft and short.
Yep.
Thinking too much about keeping the 1 right where it was.
Nice shot. Get over here. Get over here. That's such a tough shot. The speed that you're hitting it at. It doesn't even look like you're hitting the 1 until I see it roll. Like it doesn't even look like it's moving until it rolls just a hair.
All right, so Kendall pocketing the 8 ball there with the combo. The 2 is makeable still. Right close to the 3 ball.
Uh-oh.
That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem.
That's an oopsie.
Yep. That is certainly not what he was looking for. Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 in a row.
Right, these guys are having too much fun with each other.
Absolutely.
That's a good thing, though.
I don't. Okay.
Oh, so we're gonna try and 3 foul again.
Yeah, I don't.
I think you got
I'm
windows.
not sure entirely why, but
Yeah, I was going
whatever.
to say I didn't.
I think he can skim it.
I didn't.
I didn't want to bring it back. I wanted to stay on the 3. It's completely stopped on me.
should have been more of a center
I'm not getting
shot
the
than
action
a
I think
bottom.
I'm getting, or that I think I want.
All you had to do was roll up onto the 3. If you were playing safe, just roll onto the 3.
Yeah, but I wanted it to. I wanted to be behind that 7 a little bit, so that the kick wasn't there.
But if you're tight on the 3, there's no kick.
Unless it's not on the rail behind those balls, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I wanted to hit it at that angle to get
Hold
there.
on, I'm taking my coach. Yeah, I'm taking my coach.
Coach, for what?
What? Why
Hit
don't
the
you
bottom
just hit
rail
the
and
edge of
kick
the
at
tee
it.
and send it over here.
Or not.
No? I'd rather have you not say the ball. Yeah, that'd be
Whatever.
awesome.
Right?
That's right away. I thought there was
We'll just leave litter all over the booth. Cheddar will clean it up when we're done.
I'm
mean-
usually pretty good about taking all my stuff with me.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean,
Blame me if you
he
mess
pays
up.
for a janitor, right?
I was wondering why we just didn't run out. Because it went past the 7.
Oh, if he does that, I'm gonna start leaving all my crap
He's like,
behind. I didn't
he-
know that.
He pays for a janitor, but it doesn't pay us.
Right?
I
How's
had
that
it
work?
angled towards the 3. Does that make sense?
He did have,
Oh yeah, left the perfect window.
yes. Yep.
Oh.
He did have a tiny little window there to get between him.
I don't know why.
Jump it.
Neat.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
you could one rail kick it, but
yeah, there's not a lot of good things that come out of most of the kicks you're looking at here either, though, because
I'd rather you hit here and hit it, because if you end up hitting this and missing or whatever, I don't want you to break up.
Right. I don't want to break that up either. I didn't plan on hitting it hard. Don't worry.
got to hit it hard enough to get a rail, though.
yeah, and that's they say going this way, you got to hit it a lot harder in order to get a rail, as well as, well,
I like what Dale's thinking and keep the 5-7 kind of tied up.
that I like, that idea I like, but this just has the most
it's about
chance
the
of
same speed either way.
Yeah, this just has the most chance of kind of putting the two ball out in the open.
Yep.
Was the other part that I was thinking about there, but
You just leg this
Damn near
ball
made
over
it.
But you didn't, because I don't want to mess with that 5 right now.
No, but
Let them.
you would have had decent shape on
Actually,
it.
this would have been
Mess
a
around with
perfect angle to break out but then they would lost leave on the 4.
yep.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, the 2's out in the open, but again, you got to 4 to the 5 is the key to this rack.
Absolutely. Yep.
Ooh, the
Ooh.
Vincent pocket bites
Well, I
again.
can't hit this without making it.
Indeed. Yeah. As Cheddar just said, thank you, Vincent Idio. That one definitely. That one we can blame on the pocket because that hit both facings
Yep.
and didn't drop.
It's not too shabby there. It's a pretty good shot.
That's actually pretty sporty, honestly, to get him
About the
there
best
and
leave I
have
could
this
think.
kind of an angle. It's not too bad.
You said that last time.
Yeah, but you got, so when you shot that one, the 8 ball, the 1-8 combo, you could have cured him to keep him off the 1. Would have kept the 1 out here, made the 8, and then I would have had a better shot. Not that I didn't have a good shot. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Nah, we can't clean up after ourselves. Cheddar needs presents from Trevor as a memory.
Right? Yes. Maybe I'll just hide an empty Diet Mountain Dew can somewhere in the booth, and we'll see how long it takes him to find it. Then when he does, maybe I'll sign it for him. Somebody got a Sharpie I can use to sign it for
I
him.
actually do have one in my locker.
Oh yeah, okay, cool, yep. Yeah, so we won't make a big deal out of the point, but there's a pretty.
No, don't do
Uh-oh.
that. Double kiss.
There's a pretty high likelihood that, at least in Oshkosh, this will be the last time I will be in the booth. As we mentioned, I think the last time I was up here, I am moving down to Texas, middle of June sometime.
Thought I had the right
So
shot.
we just need to get Cheddar to get him to figure out the at-large
double kiss.
commentating, because we know it can work, because Mark, our friend Mark White, commentates from the Philippines on as a matter of fact, I think he's commentated on European stuff right now that's in somewhere in Europe, and he's in the Philippines, so there is certainly a technical answer to it. We just need to help Cheddar figure out
Feels like a bad roll.
what it is for his setup.
Thought I played it
That's,
great.
Chris, you're up, buddy,
Right?
because I won't be here to help with it.
Ooh, nice shot.
That's a really good rub on that 5 ball. That is absolutely as perfect as that could have possibly turned out.
Yeah, thinking after this rack, Dale and Mike might want to go. I need a bathroom break and kind of
I think it would be a good time for that.
regather their thinking here. And
That was a little bit.
All right, time to win 2 in a row again.
ooh, Fred Runner says he's got salsa for you before you leave.
Oh, awesome! I was gonna make you ship salsa to me in Texas, Fred. So I'm not going without salsa one way or the other. But I will absolutely come up and get some too, and just take it. And as a matter of fact, it'll work out well because I can bring back the jars from the ones that I have emptied already.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Recycle.
Let's arrange that, Fred. Send me a message. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Nothing low dry ice won't fix.
Put
Yep.
your arm in the pocket this time.
All right. Spencer
No spin, deadpan.
setting up. They currently lead 6-2. Again, 4 games and 9 ball is not anything to panic about, but it's certainly time to buckle down a little bit and get a couple back.
Yep.
What Cheddar just said.
They definitely need to get 2 or 3 on the board.
Right behind that 6. Wide open. Ooh, that 4, 5, 6 is gross.
Nice break.
Yes. Mike doing our job for us from out on the floor there.
Microphone, but I'll tell you, nice break.
Did you try to break that out off the 1 ball right now? Nope. Being up 6-2, would you try to do it?
Yes, he would. Well, maybe he would. Depends on who he's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what Kendall's doing too. He's not lining up like he's trying to make that. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Trying to break that out, which he did, but unfortunately he missed the
Play
one.
1 back. Let's get it.
Yep.
Get us in the game. Come on. You're the 640.
Good Lord. No
I love
pressure.
it. Right? No pressure.
Just
make that cut,
yeah,
or
just-
even the bank. Well, yeah,
can he
it could
can
be a
he
good
s-
bank.
Can he see it to cut it?
I don't know. I don't think
that-
you can see enough to cut it.
Yeah,
to be
I think the
honest.
2 ball blocks it.
Yep.
Yeah, just rail first this into the Vincent Didio. No problems. We all do it.
Right?
Well,
Turn the magnets on, and that 1 ball will drop right in. Tink.
no, he couldn't see it. Okay, so he just plays to.
Oh, he's gonna almost get lucky.
Yeah, I think the 6 ball cuts him off there.
Wasn't a whole lot there. Holy fuck.
I'm just trying to avoid the scratch.
Yeah. So I was saying
I think the 6 ball cuts him off. I'm kind of looking down the barrel of it here,
okay.
and I think the 6 ball cuts off the potting angle. He can hit it, but I don't think he can make the 1 ball.
Well, then I would probably tap it and try and get the 2 between the 1 and the cue ball.
I mean, unless he curves this a little bit. He did. He curved it a little bit, tried to, and he still couldn't quite get it.
Time to take control of the table. Come on. Get out of your way. Oops.
He actually overcurved that because he overcut it, so
Yep.
he managed to get a little more on it than he needed. All right, little pressure here on Dale. Another long pot to open up the rack.
Yeah, he's gonna get away with it.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
I would have just made it, but the safety works really good too.
There you
That was
go.
tough.
Yep.
Trying to get shape on the 2 after that. That ain't easy.
I like that he did that though. You can tell Dale is a little annoyed with himself. So.
What is Kendall doing? Holy cow! What a hit!
Oh no, and he made it. He made that.
What do you expect me to do?
Hey, hell of a shot.
All right, I made mine. Now it's your turn.
Right? Good Lord.
Should have left you against the outer points.
Good Lord.
I was hoping he was going to scratch. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
And of course, we don't have the instant replay set up. Damn it, Chris.
Right?
Jeez.
That was a hell of a hit.
That was a hell of a hit.
It's Dale's fault
That
for
one-
not turning it on.
Yeah, that one you definitely will need to go back and clip out of the stream. That's probably one of the better shots that you've seen played. And he absolutely on purpose was 3-railing that. There was no question in his mind that was the right way to go after that
There's a teaser,
ball.
but I don't think it's wired.
Nope. I am looking.
Got to put some spin on that one.
I am looking straight down the line of it, and it is a good 1.5 inches to the right of the pocket. It does not go, and
yeah, I don't know if you could throw it with gearing or not.
I don't know if you can throw it enough. It depends on.
I don't think there's enough there.
Yeah, if they're tight, you could try, but boy, that 2 ball needs to be dead on that 9 ball. If there is any gap, I don't think you can get enough throw on it.
Yeah, I think they married the way the balls bounce, but I don't.
Boy, I don't. Yeah.
Don't, but they won't.
And you can't baby this either because you don't want to leave
Right,
the
you don't wanna
9 in
leave it
front of
there.
that pocket because of the 3.
Ooh, come on, baby.
Nice shot.
That was a pretty shot.
That was good.
Well, there you go.
Nice shot, Mike.
Should we start pressing buttons and see if we can figure out which one is the applause?
I was looking at it. It was there.
This one.
Nope.
I couldn't even throw
Nope.
it from that angle. I mean, it was
Nope. Nope. There.
Hey, we
there-
found it.
Hey, there's only 6 buttons. He was bound to find it on the 5th or 6th try. That's perfect.
Right?
Well done.
Oh, that's the last one.
Ah, okay. Well, there we go. Now we found all the side effects.
Now
or
we found the side effects.
Sound effects.
We might even remember some of them are.
I don't know. That's asking a lot, Chris.
Right?
I don't know.
That'll make it fun to hit random buttons.
Oh, speaking of remembering, Spencer wanted me to give
a shout-out.
special shout out to his fiance Melinda and his daughter Alexis. He made it a point to come up and make sure I got that in before the match started. So hope you guys are watching. I don't know if you're tuned in, can comment or not, but appreciate you watching, and I'm sure he appreciates your support.
Well, hello, Mr. Andy Kuntz. Wisconsin
Hi, Andy.
Pool Players Surprise. Yeah, I'm not even drinking.
Is
That's
that
the bad part.
wow? I believe it's the Wisconsin Pool Players Society. Yes, or WPPS. Just remember your pee-pee. Yeah.
Pee-pee.
We know all about those things.
How's
That's a
that?
good safe there.
I think that's fucking fantastic. And if you get bull in hand,
And Cheddar throwing the F-bomb on it to really settle that he thought it was good.
2 ball on that last shot. I hit it with a little bit of top, so it stayed down here on the bottom rail, so the 2 ball would be gone.
again, they might break the 9 too.
Spencer,
Good hit.
good hit.
Might make the 1. Look at that cue ball spin.
Real good hit.
Well, the boys have a chance here.
Yep, he has his opening.
You know, they haven't run out of rack yet.
I was going to say,
All 3 of their games have been short rack.
yeah, yep.
Ooh.
Didn't marry up to the 6 ball. That's good. That's
Yep.
good. 2, 3 ball is gone.
Yeah, 2 to the 4 could be a little tricky.
Yeah, 5 ball in not quite a great spot, but he should be able to. He's going to have to 2-rail this, I'm pretty sure, out in the middle of the table. So he's going to require some outside spin, some left spin on this one.
Yeah, as long as he misses the 9, he should be okay.
Ooh,
Well, that's not horrible either.
that's going to get awful close, though.
Ooh, yeah, never mind.
There you go.
Hey, that's the rules. Them's the bee's knees, all right?
I don't think this scratches if you cut it, but man, you got to give it some. And I guess there's
I
1, 2, 3.
think I would try and bank it and get over by the 7 and try and hide behind the 7 ball.
Think so?
Yep.
Yeah, he's playing. He's playing to make it. He's playing to cut.
Oh, we played the cut. Okay.
Yep.
Very nice.
Oh, bumped the 5 out. Oh, it didn't. Okay. Well,
Mine.
I made mine. There it is.
back and forth they go.
Feel the love between the
That
partners.
6 ball didn't get in the way.
I'd almost be tempted to kick it this ball.
Yeah. Kendall kind of read my mind there, thinking you might 1-rail kick at this. Pretty sure Dale's playing safe. Yep. You can see a sliver of it. From this angle, he's got just a tiny sliver of it past the 6 ball.
Yep, I could see him trying to.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
trying
that's
to,
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, he was trying to get up on the 8.
trying to get up on the 8 ball or get
Yep.
behind the 8 ball there. Yep. He leaves him. I mean, it's a shot, but it certainly is not a high percentage
Yeah,
shot.
it's definitely not, oh, I can just pocket this and get my partner a great, perfect leave on the next ball.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's going to go for a little bit of a ride.
Yeah, this one
Again, it
needs some work.
Could possibly hit the 9 and get the 9 moving.
I'm saying he's looking at it as, can he push it a little forward of the tangent line and get the 6?
Yep.
Which
Well, hello, Mr. Bill Larson.
I don't blame you either. Hey, Bill, how you doing, buddy?
Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
It's not over, so you're not totally late.
Yeah, he was.
Well, Dale got fortunate with that.
Yep. He got that down there enough that it doesn't really cut back into the pocket.
Tricky bank, because it's almost a double kiss.
Yep. Let's see what Kendall's doing with it. He's undecided. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's a guaranteed double kiss if you try and make it.
Yep.
Because that 5-ball is too close to the rail. And, man, you have to uber thin that to try and leave it on the bottom rail. With a lot of spin. And that was the
he was hoping to hold it behind the 6.
Yep. He's kind of flopping his hands on the way by, but Cheddar's not shaking his head, so I don't know if he can see it to make it, but he can certainly play it safe.
I think he can thin it to make the cut if he really wants to, but yeah, you got to let that cue go a little bit.
Yep.
Up and down.
Yeah, position was fairly natural, one way or the other. If you get past it, it goes in the side.
Yep.
So yeah, that's one where you just kind of concentrate on making the shot. See what Mike's looking at here. That doesn't help us a whole lot. It just shows
he
kind of a
could
funny
take
angle.
it up in the corner, come off the side rail, and hopefully come back out to the middle of the table for a cut on the 7. Or else, yeah, he's got to cut it in the side. And with that angle, I'm thinking he's got to hit the long rail, then the short rail, and come down back towards the middle of the table.
Yeah, he's going to have to put a little stank on this if he's cutting it in the side.
Yep. I would almost try and take it up in the corner and come off the one rail.
Yep.
Which he chose.
Just like that.
Perfect.
Well played.
Yep. Smart shot.
Yep. Really well played there. This puts him in pretty good position to finish this rack out.
Yep.
We'll see if I can commentator curse it.
What in the world was that?
Yeah, he didn't want to leave him the 8-ball long down the rail. He preferred to leave him this shot, which, I don't know. I think that's just a personal preference thing.
Could be, but now you left your partner with a long shot. Well, nice shot.
Yeah, well.
It works.
When he drains it like that, it makes you look like a hero.
Yep. Used the whole pocket, but it dropped.
Got her done.
This should get him within 2.
You betcha. Get him within 2.
Very nice, boys.
Well done.
Nice shot on that 7.
Got another one of these things here. I'll let you take it.
I was more worried about that 6.
Ooh.
Bounce it back
Tovar
out for the 7.
Construction specializes in roofing. Services include full re-roofs, asphalt and rubber roof installs, leak detection, which Dale needs, and repairs.
Yeah.
Fill out our contact information from our website at tovarconstructionllc.com.
Wonderful. A little Cheddar kind of going over to the crowd, getting some loving from Mom. Mike setting up for a break here. We are back to 6-4. They're pulling themselves back into the match.
Drilled the 1.
The 8-ball is going to spoil the party. Yeah. Always the last one rolling.
Same problem I have a lot of times. That'd be awesome. He's got the safe. None of them I do though. His cue ball's too far on the
Yeah.
Cue
Made
ball
mine.
in the middle of the table there.
I like Mike. I made mine.
2 of them.
Come on, 6:30. Let's see what you got, buddy.
Yep.
Dale calling a push.
Okay.
That 8 ball got
Pushy.
in the way at the last second.
No, he called it. I don't know if he's rethinking it, but you got the 2-9.
I kind of like it. Put it on the first time and up from the corner pocket down there would give the.
Then you can maybe try to put the 2 in a spot where you
Yeah, there you go. Makes it a real funky angle on that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kendall's going to try and just hook him behind the 9 here, I think.
Oh no, he's going for the bank all day
Oh.
long.
Never mind. He,
Kendall's kind of a very aggressive player.
yeah, no, I guess he
He's not.
drills the bank and draws
Yep.
it out for position. Okay.
That's
Then-
kind of why they call him quick fire. You know, he
Yeah.
gets down and he is usually a very aggressive player.
Yep.
He's not afraid to take on a shot and go for the run.
He got down and looked at that, and he must think it goes, but he's kind of giving Spencer the curious face behind him. Spencer can't see it, but I can kind of, he's kind of looking at Spencer going, why are you agonizing over this? It goes.
Yep.
Interesting.
A little bit of a draw.
I
Perfect.
thought that didn't go for a second.
Yep. And Kendall said exactly that. Yep, that's going to get underneath of it, allow him to get out.
Yeah, now here I could see going down and getting past the 8 ball. Put the 7 up in the Vincent pocket.
Yep. Yep, from this
Yeah, I
angle,
saw that.
absolutely.
I saw you laughing right in the front
my
of
God.
Spencer, and I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And then I looked over at Kendall, and I was like, oh, that's what.
I wish the viewers would have been able to see the look on Kendall's face.
Yes,
Prior to that
exactly.
shot on the 3 ball. Priceless.
It was a tight pocket, but it was
Whatever
huge
you like.
with the 5 ball.
I think you spin it past the 8 ball. But it's whatever you're comfortable with. I hit this ball. I think it's
It
past
counts
it.
as a timeout.
It's against the rules.
Not
That is
really.
against the rules.
I mean, I'll play it in the side. I don't care.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I like coming up table.
Yep.
The 8's the only ball you got to worry about. The rest of it don't matter.
I like Kendall's play. I like
Yep,
spinning
just-
it down around the 8
Yeah,
there.
that's what I said.
Yep.
Try and play around the 8.
Perfect.
Whoopsie.
Right on the 8.
And he actually, to me, it looked like he put a little bit of inside on that,
Yep.
which is not what you wanted.
Yeah,
you
he should
actually-
have stayed with either center or a little bit of outside English.
Yeah, straight top or even just a little bit of outside to,
Yep.
to miss the 8. And he was reading
Yep.
the angle wrong, I think.
Yeah,
So
for whatever reason, he didn't like that shot. He was all about trying to hold it on the
Watching
inside.
my kid kick balls. This ball's in the hole.
This ball's in the hole.
It's like watching YouTube. Just because I watch what's happening, I can do it.
Actually, I just-
From watching my son,
yes,
watching Mason, kicking balls in. Here, watch this. Hold my beard, Kendall says.
Yeah, I don't think he missed the ball this first match.
Oh my God,
oh
he called
good
that
Lord,
shit too.
he did it.
Look at that.
He sets
And
the
oh
8
my
ball
God.
right in front of the pocket.
Outer points positioning with the 8 ball.
Thanks, Mason.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mason. He says, I hope you all were able to hear that. That is 2 absolutely ridiculous kick shots that Kendall
Yes,
has
it
made this
is.
match.
Oh, that shot's out way.
Well done.
I thought that was on the rail.
Kendall's feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell can we do when that happens? Nice kick, Kendall.
Nice kick, Kendall. Nice shape, Spencer.
Yeah.
Nice shape. I know. We've seen it.
That's where I told him to put me. That's the worst part.
And next, we were just talking about these guys. Wisconsin Pool Players Society was created to share tournaments and knowledge and discuss other pool-related topics. With over 11,000 members, it is the largest Facebook pool group in the Midwest.
Yes, they are.
Andy Kuhn's in the chat, WPPS, and they also have some amazing jerseys. Dale showed the flyer last night. I have no idea if he's got it in here anywhere. I'm not going to go digging or fishing for the picture,
trying
but
to find it.
it's probably here somewhere. But we won't annoy him by trying to come up with it. Maybe I'll look in between. But absolutely, get a hold of Andy. I think you have till the end of the month, May 31st, if I'm remembering correctly, to get your jersey, hoodie, or sweatshirt ordered. So do that. Support WPPS
Yes.
as he supports the stream. As Bartles and James so famously said, thank you for your support. And if you remember who Bartles and James are, you're my age or older.
Cheers. I'd be drinking if I was your partner too.
Great break there by Spencer.
Yep.
And this leaves them a rack that is
Pretty doable.
pretty solved. Yep.
5 to the 6 could be tricky.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily want to be shooting. He's not quite over the 8 ball, but he is a little bit. Oh, he can get beside it. Never mind.
I'm gonna punch you right here.
That bump on the 8 that last rack,
Yep. Get up past, so you got the 5 in the side to float back down for the 6.
Yep.
I got it.
And that should get them the out if they get there.
Yep. The path is there. Just
Oh, little shy.
yep. Just a matter of execution now.
Those first 4 racks, man, that's hard to come over.
Oh, wait here.
Yeah, we gave a lot away in the beginning.
Fuck.
So I said every game counts.
Yeah.
You can't keep giving shit away.
Those first 4, that's tough.
Yeah. From a mental perspective, I don't like that they're talking that
Boone's
way
Farm.
right now.
We're gonna try. Oh, you got all the height then, huh?
Just slightly better than Mad Dog 2020.
Oh. Yeah, and
Well, Spencer tried to come around 3 rails and get Kendall down on the 6.
yeah, I mean the commentary the little chat there was a little bit defeatist. I don't necessarily like that attitude. I guess if I'm going to be real blunt about it.
Right?
I'm always gonna leave you where you can.
They're still in this. They're only down 3 games, and
The other option was
that again with 9 ball, 3 games is not a lot.
Right?
And
They
while
did.
Mike isn't pleased with this safe, it does the job. It didn't
Oh,
leave him
yeah.
an open shot.
Yeah, I mean, they can make a hit, but it's not like they're doing a 3-7 combo.
Right. And there's not
It's not wired.
a wall of balls to hide behind. The 6 and the 9
Yeah,
are.
It's a great containing safe.
Yep, absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. No reason to be super upset. You're going to get back to the table. Or I certainly would like my odds of getting back to the table at this point. See if we get a little different angle at it there.
Ooh, Spencer's looking at trying to make the combo.
Yeah. That's awful adventurous.
Well, the 6-9 isn't going anywhere. Even if you open them up, it's going to force them boys to make a... Well, it depends where the 5 winds up with the lead, though. But
Right.
the 6-9, yeah, he's
Oh,
ducking.
he's ducking, yep. And again,
Again, not a bad containing safe there.
yep, nothing wrong with that.
Time for a little bit of chess.
Yep.
See if Mike and Dale can win the chess game.
You're gonna like that.
I had to hit that just slightly firmer.
Yep.
I can't hit it that goddamn soft.
Need a little more gusto.
About twice that speed would have been perfect.
Hey, you don't want the 5 to come out the way.
No, I didn't want it. I didn't
You
want it to
know,
go straight into the
Mike's
side,
mad,
even though
but
that's what I
again,
was worried about.
with this angle off the 5, how are you going to get on the 6? It's
Right.
really not that bad of a shot.
Right. And it's still, I mean, this is
If it squeaked out and it left them perfect on the side. That's
5/8 of the table length shot. So, it's better than half the table length down into the corner with
definitely rough.
with no guaranteed position at all. So you're going to try and do something with the cue ball. Yeah, I'm not sweating this one a whole lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't be overly upset with it.
Yep, that's going to get nowhere.
Well, yeah, about the only thing Kendall's got is he can jack way up and try and pop that 6 up in the Vincent pocket.
Yep.
I'm going to be jacked straight up. So. You want to watch?
You're gonna jump? I don't think so.
I'm just basically going to draw it back to here. Should be obvious. I'll tell you.
I'll tell you if it's good or not. That's a good hit.
Yep.
Looked pretty clean to me.
That was a good hit.
Yep.
House rules. Dale wins.
Maybe.
Yep. And again, this is, the shot is there, but this is by no means a shot that you're expecting to make. This is, you're happy if you make this shot.
Yep. I mean, it's a very makeable shot for Dale, but that's before you're under,
Right.
3 games down in a race to 10.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that was masterfully executed. That is about as well as you could hope to get, honestly. There's nothing wrong with that.
I thought that was a good
Boy.
shot.
I don't know what kind of tip or ferrule he's got on that cue, but
Yeah, every time it sounds like it's a miscue.
yeah, he
It's
sounds
that
like
tunk.
he's miscuing a lot, and
Tunk.
he's not. Yep, but
Could just be the way the mic's picking it up, too,
That's so
but
clean in order to hit it hard enough to get around that table.
this one just a little bitty inside here. Don't got to smash it, but the
All
inside
right.
at that
Vincent-
distance.
the Vincent pocket's biting everybody.
For sure you'd try and get out there. I didn't know you were going to save that shot.
Yeah, the inside English at that kind of a distance across the table makes it a lot harder to judge the throw.
Well, here's a chance for another short rack if you really wanted to get feisty.
Boy, and
I mean, the bank is there.
the bank is pretty dead, but
The cut is there. It's a thin cut.
yeah.
That's
This-
why I'd almost try for the bank and maybe actually lean a little more towards pocketing the 9 over making the actual bank.
I don't think so, not this rack.
Yeah, this is one that I'm
Think about just fucking making it.
unsure.
Just fucking cut that motherfucker in.
Hit the left side of the 7 ball.
Just like
put
that
it,
one.
Put it over by the 9.
Just by the one ball.
Yeah. Put
Like
it back
that
over here.
last rack.
Because if it ends up by the 9, the cue ball's going to be behind the 8.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right, fine.
Safety.
Yep. Yep. That's the
You act like you're
that's
100 points better than me or something.
it's the right shot. That's the right shot. Yep.
Nope, that ain't it.
He hit it awful thick. Yep. That needed to be hit a lot thinner.
That was a lot thicker than. That was a little thick. Shit. That was real thick.
That was thick with 2 C's.
Fuck.
And another
They
F-bomb.
say the F-bomb flies.
Definitely won't be PG on this
Oh,
one.
boy.
Ooh.
And that's scratching too.
All right.
Holy hell.
Well, okay.
Now the boys really need to just put their
Yep.
cue down, go to the bathroom, wash their face,
Just remember, you chose me
come
as a partner.
back, and run this out.
Cheddar just had a heart attack there after Mike said that and lined up the 7-9.
I don't like this.
No, I'm not sure I'm a fan of it. I mean, you can get it done.
Yeah, see, he
but
hit it too soft
Yeah,
now.
yeah, you end up way
So
soft
he-
and
he
you're
left-
wrong angle in the 9 ball. Yep.
Yep, he left Dale a bad angle to get on the 9.
Yep. Yeah. I would just a stop shot on the 7.
Oh, I got
Let
scared.
Dale shoot the 8 in the side.
Shot.
And either draw it back for the 9, or if he's got the angle, go to the long rail. Yeah, Mike was thinking too much there, working the cue ball too much.
Yep.
That's a
Overthought it.
that's a 400 to 500-something Fargo mistake that I make all the time, too. Trust me, Mike. That's, and everybody else. I am not discounting myself from doing that exact same thing like every single game and not learning.
Well, this cue's going for right. I can tell you that much.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh. Well.
Okay, Mike.
Got a fluke. All right.
This is where you really got to settle your mind here.
Yep.
And just bear down and make this shot. There is no scratch on. You just roll this in a little bit above center and pocket it.
Yeah, the outer points positioning was not great off that one.
Oh. Okay.
Ooh.
Or
That
you
would have gone, too, if it hadn't double kissed again.
Fuck. I pulled off my shot on that 7-ball. I can let up on it. Fucking stupid.
Yeah, they need a timeout here.
Yep. Yeah, Mike's too frustrated.
Yep. He is way in his head.
Hey, you look nervous. Yeah,
It's 8. 8-4.
Tough after that hole.
Fuck. How the fuck did we lose that rack?
Jesse's taking pictures
I was
of
going to
Trevor
say,
in the
yep.
booth.
Yeah, we're getting some pictures of us here, so. All right,
I
we
was
got
working hard.
another one of these sponsors. Another important one. The Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame is a nonprofit organization that recognizes and honors the individuals who have made a profound impact in billiards through exemplary talents, dedication, and their contributions to the sport in our state, Wisconsin. We work to preserve the history of these individuals and act as a foundation of support. Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame, Mr. John Kramer and company run a super high-quality organization. If you are not a member, I would recommend you doing so as a Wisconsin pool player.
Yes.
I would say WPPS and Wib Hoff, the Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame, are almost a requirement to be a semi-serious pool player in the state of Wisconsin. I will absolutely miss both of those entities while I move away to Texas. I'm sure there are other things in Texas, but I'm not sure there are the kind of people with the kind of dedication to doing those sorts of things out of the, out of their pockets. There's not a lot of not any money to be made really in, running WPPS or running Wib Hoff. So a lot of time, a lot of volunteer hours spent.
Slow down.
So thank you to all the people involved in both of those organizations.
Yes. Hey, look, my wife is home. She's saying hi to us.
Oh. Well, hi, Heather. Yeah, if I'm Dale, I'm almost taking a break in the middle of this rack. Mike is just so frustrated that he is struggling the whole way. You hate taking a break in the middle of a rack, but it...
Yep. And now Dale's missing because he's trying to overcompensate for giving his partner a better leave.
Yep. He's feeling like he's got to carry the whole team on his shoulders now. And that's tough for him.
Yep.
It's tough for him to carry more than a bottle of water on his shoulders.
Oh my God.
Well, that was a little lucky.
There we go. Outer points positioning, saving the shot.
Yep. Good things happen when you make shots, and they got a favorable bounce there for sure.
Hello, Amy. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome, Amy. Hope you are doing well.
I think we got him right where we want him, to be honest. No, not anymore.
Not anymore. God, what are the chances that 4-ball hits the outer point?
Pretty good, actually.
That was about to be so fucking ugly.
Well, yeah, but that's completely irrelevant. They shouldn't have been at the table.
No.
Yep, I like that attitude by
Yep.
Cheddar.
That was always saying that, you know, you can
So off on my speed
you
right
can
now.
talk about somebody getting a roll, but you know, if you went to let them to the table, they wouldn't have gotten that rocky roll. You know, so he kind of takes that responsibility back that way by saying, you know, it's my fault for letting him back to the table.
Yep. That's one of many very important things I learned this past week while I was at the MN Pool Boot Camp with Demetrius Gelatis. You have to let the rolls go, control the things that you have, and take responsibility for them. It's a big thing that he hammers home in the mental game aspect. So, and it's hard. I'm not saying that's an easy thing to do by any stretch.
Correct.
I suffer from it as much as the next guy. So,
Yep.
you know, that's just gives you something to think about, though.
No big deal.
All right, this shot puts the boys on the hill.
Puts them on the hill.
Oh, I tried the commentator's curse.
Oh, you did. You did.
I tried. It failed.
Yep.
One more.
All right. Well, that gets Spencer and Kendall to the hill. Let's go with one more of these sponsors. We can get them in while we go. Go ahead, Chris.
Just trying to redeem your break.
Ooh, P Shower Cues. Headquartered in Green Bay, Wisconsin. J.P. Shower has been building custom cues for over 30 years. Everything that goes into a P Shower pool cue is among the highest quality available. Exotic woods, inlays, tips, and ferrules are all built with the top-notch materials available. Every single P Shower cue is 100% made in the USA and includes a lifetime warranty against warping and defects.
Beautiful cues.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
And they do stand behind their warranty. I had a butterfly brake cue that I got on a trade and had it for 4 or 5 years, and all of a sudden I went to break a game and it shattered right at the joint, and so I took it in. They're like, well, we'll examine it and let you know, and they're like, yeah, we got it apart and found an old crack in the middle of the thing, so it just kind of worked its way out to the outer edge, and the outside edge was a fresh break, so they warranted my cue and gave me a brand new brake cue. So they do stand behind their warranty.
Absolutely perfect. All right. Spencer gets the rack the way he likes it. Pockets the 1 ball and the wing ball and the 7 ball.
And a leave on the 2.
That is not a bad way to...
He's going to fire this all the way down.
You betcha. Oh, no. Huh. Kendall.
He was trying to get that on the rail, but...
I don't know what that was.
Shoot again.
If I would have hit that the way I saw it in my head, it was incredible. Cue ball behind the 9.
We ain't got nothing to lose at this point.
No, I was trying to make the 2. I just hit it like that. I was trying to float into the 2.
Yeah, that is a window for the 3, but man, that is a small window.
Yeah.
That was close.
Dale's going for the 9 ball off the 2. Here we go.
Yep.
Worst case scenario, he makes
on the 3.
Worst case scenario, he misses the 2, hits the 8-9, and ties up the 3 ball with the 8.
Right.
That's what he's kind of hoping for.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of things that can go good here.
Yep.
So I actually think this is the right shot. You know, most of the time you wouldn't think you want to swing at a shot like that, but you know.
All right.
Ooh.
Well,
I didn't know you were making the 2.
An ideal. I would just thin the 3 into the 6 and send a cue up the table.
Made more sense once I
yep.
knew it.
But again, this is one you got to hit thin.
Yep,
there you go. Well done.
Easy safety. You got this.
Hey, executed one.
Mike's like, I finally executed the shot.
I'll try not to let it go. If I have to shoot again.
Yep. Yeah, 1 rail, 2 rails at it, over top of the 5 ball. Good hit.
Now it goes.
Oh. Not easy, but very doable.
Yep.
Does that work? You leave him that? Does he have that?
Yeah, say that looks pretty brutal on the overhead, and it's not as bad when you get down behind it here. I think this is pretty doable.
Yep. Don't try and get. See, he tried to get somewhere.
Yeah, he got it done though. He got it done. Pretty sure. Oh yeah, he's past the 8 plenty.
As long as he got past the 8, then good shot.
And moving the 6 ball into that position makes the position from the 5 easier. You just basically got to pocket it. You just roll this in. You don't got to try and get crazy to get to the 6.
Ooh, nice shot.
Yep, well done. This is another one you need to roll this further than you think. This is really easy to come up short and end up like, near the side pocket.
If anything, hit it hard and give Dale the 8 in the same pocket.
Yeah, or you do that. That was a heck of a shot there.
Yep.
Yep, that's pretty brave to be able to draw, stun draw that from that distance up the table. It's a heck of a shot there. Mike took his hat off. He's getting serious now.
Yep. Nice shot.
Yeah, there you go. That gets him back within 4.
Let's go.
5 down, 5 to go.
All right.
Get a drink real quick, Dale.
Let's get our next sponsor in. This is a familiar guy, Dumper Dan's. You can't beat the fleet, where clean, modern, newer boats and experienced professional crew and a one-owner business makes all the difference. You'll enjoy fishing aboard any of our tournament-winning, fully equipped, matching Baja Cruiser sport fishing boats. Troll on beautiful Lake Michigan for quality trout and salmon aboard Sheboygan, Wisconsin's all-time largest charter fishing fleet. Dumper Dan's. That's another thing I am absolutely going to miss down in Texas is I will not be doing any Lake Michigan fishing.
True.
And I'm not close enough. Well, not that I'm not close enough.
My whistle was really dry.
If
needed to wet my whistle.
If 6 hours or so, within 6 hours, I could get to the ocean and do some ocean fishing, and I do plan on doing that absolutely.
Oh, here we go. 1-9.
Well.
Got to put the pressure on me, don't you?
Give it a swing.
We try to give good streaming. Oh.
I crumbled.
Hey, next time you want to hit that a little lighter so it jaws?
No. Probably why I missed it, because I didn't want to hit it soft.
Yep.
I wasn't risking it. Sorry. God damn it.
Yeah, Dale's always open to people being a sponsor.
Yeah, so you're interested in sponsoring, absolutely contact Little Cheddar. I believe he's got contact information both on the Outer Points Productions Facebook group and on the YouTube channel as well. He would love to hear from you. Mike going for the short stick here.
Yeah.
Airborne.
Get on that side of the 9 or even miss a 9, leave the cue ball up there. It's just fucking terrible shot.
He's the first one I've seen do that. Then that's actually fairly intelligent.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Beautiful try.
That was a heck of an effort.
See that ball?
A little too straight. Needed to cut it there. Lucky
That was
rub.
a beautiful attempt.
Yeah.
And again, you make a good hit. They got a safe out of it. So,
Yep. Good things happen.
you know, good things happen.
It's because this dang microphone was in my way.
That's the reason. You took it off before you shot.
Yeah, but it messed me all up.
Now he's blaming his miss on having the microphone in the way, even though he took it off. I love it.
Yes. Yes. That was an unfortunate rub on the 3 ball. That definitely puts it out into very makeable territory.
Yeah, why give him the ball? Still got to earn it here.
It's a hard shot, though. He's got to put a lot of top on it, hit it kind of firm.
Yep. Still
This
going to
is no gimme.
require a stroke here.
Well,
Mike
part
was
A done and coming down for the 3 ball. So
Yeah.
nice shot.
well done. Mike was absolutely up for the challenge there.
Yep.
That was well played.
That was very well struck.
4, 5 ball
You know,
does sneak in the side, I think, and I honestly don't hate playing it there.
the 5 ball. Yep.
Yeah, because the 6
Get
is
him on
pretty
the
close
rail.
there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Now just don't put Dale on the rail. Get him at least a half a diamond to a diamond off the rail.
Yeah. This is just he put you on angle inside, so you just nice and easy slow roll this. This doesn't require much of a stroke. Yep. Well
Perfect.
done.
Sit.
Well done.
Yep. Nice shot.
Which way do you shoot this? Up or down?
No, I think I would actually play that all the way down
Yeah.
to get a good leave on the 6. Instead of trying to be so tight on that in the side pocket.
Yep. From this angle. Oh.
But, you know, what do I know?
He had a little different angle than it looked like.
Yep.
That was well played.
That was a very well played shot.
Yep. Again, this one you don't mind if you don't want to lay it dead flat on the rail, but you don't mind if you're within a finger of the rail here or so.
Yep.
Just give him a little bit of a backwards angle on the 7.
Yep, just pocket the 6. Give Dale just a little bit extra on the shot. Perfect. Well, the boys might go down, but they're going down fighting, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
They're making some good quality shots.
No give up here.
Yep. Let's see if it's too little, too late.
We'll look over his shoulder as he shoots this, or over top of his head in this case. Well struck. Yeah, that's going to leave Mike pretty much straight down to the corner. Just a little stop shot here. Draw it back 3 inches.
Beautifully executed.
Yep,
Nice shot.
that was plenty. Oh no.
Wow. Nothing like flirting. Holy cow.
Why don't you just slow roll it with top? No, you act like you're fucking my Fargo. God. Nice out.
All right. Well, they are within 3.
Yep. They're in there.
Pushing.
Might get to Hill yet.
We may end up there. Wouldn't that be something? Being down 5 games and coming back and pushing it to Hill. That's quite the comeback. But we all would love to see it.
Yep.
Well, that's pretty.
Safety break.
Well,
What a terrible break.
that's
No, the 6, 8, 9 ain't pretty though.
no.
Tried to change it up. Try not to do that next time. Hey, that was a really nice out, though.
Yeah, the last 2 games were both really nice outs.
Your shot at the one.
So let's see. There's definitely some solving needed to do in this rack.
Yep.
Other than the 6, 8, 9, the rest of it is pretty open.
Yeah, they might be able to make something happen with the 3 ball.
I was gonna say that.
Ooh.
My shot.
Or
Yeah.
make
Every shot. Every shot.
the other team figure it out.
Yep. The 3 ball does provide some way to go into it, and you have the 4 in a way that you can bump into those and most likely have position on the 4, and the 5's in a good spot. So 3's a good ball to use to break it out. The question is, how do you do it, and what angle do you want? And you need to make that decision now.
Yep.
Because you got to be able to set yourself on the 2
Spencer, I'm too short.
in a way to get to the
Taller
3.
than Dale, but man.
And it's I wouldn't say infinitely, but it's certainly harder with the bridge.
Just didn't want to mess it up.
No, it's not a horrible leave.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. Dale's just got to come up with an idea to put him on an angle to bump into the 6, 8, 9.
Yep.
And coming at it from the top is actually a good angle, because it pushes the 6 out towards the pocket and kind of leaves the 8 ball there. So the likelihood of tying something up is pretty low.
You technically just tap this ball and get a good angle on a 3 to the corner here too.
I must be saying something right. Kendall agrees with me.
Yep. Missed it.
Yep. I think he was hoping to catch that 3 ball a lot more full than that.
Well, here I think I would, if I was Mike, I'd take the 3 with a stop shot, so you can get a good angle on the 4.
Yep.
And try and break out the 6 with the 5 ball.
Yeah, that's kind of all you're left with now.
Yep. Or play safe.
Right.
Take the 4. Yep, get him right there on the 5, and then bank the 5 and try and get that cue behind the cluster.
Yep. You're going to have to, and from that angle where it's moving the 6 out to the side, you're just going to have to hope that the 8 ball gets out of the way somehow.
Yep.
Oh, that came out too thick. He ended up too straight on this to slide over, I think.
Yep.
I think I pivot here. I don't think making the 5 ball has any future.
Nope. I would play safe.
Yep. Yeah, I think you got to pivot to safe here. There is no future in making the 5 ball.
I'd come across the front of the 5 to send the 5 up table, and again, try and get that cue behind the cluster.
Absolutely. Yep. I agree.
I think that is the smartest shot for these boys right now. Even if they miss
want the timeout?
The time, even if they miss
You got me?
the hook,
You're pretty straight on it.
get to 5, the
I'm
other
thinking
end
if
of
I
the
can roll it up
table
here,
takes away the 6
if you
breakout.
could play the stop shot on the 6 and send it and leave it behind the 9. You think I can
No.
throw it that far?
I told him one time, I said, I'll shoot you anytime. We never played for shit.
You want me to come in?
Why you gotta be such a either you stop the shit or I'm never shooting. I don't know if he was the guy that taught me the most. I don't know what you were.
Okay. Yeah. So he does have enough angle. He can come top
But you hit it
spin.
pretty hard then, huh? You want to do it that way? Because I was thinking if I left it here, you could play a stop on the 6, send it off that rail and out, and you'll be behind the 9 if I can get straight enough on it. Because then it shoots off this rail and out. I'll look at it. I think it's real straight. I think I even got to put a ton of right on it to even run into it.
Yeah, I like him playing safe out the 5. I don't like him trying to get at this.
Yeah. There's.
You know, make them guys earn it.
Yep. That's just too aggressive, in my opinion, here.
I don't know. That's what they're talking
I got you on that side.
I don't know the
Yep.
shots yet, but
It was too straight for me.
I like Cheddar's idea here, just thinning the 6 and going up
Yep.
table.
Ooh,
Yeah, it
excellent.
was too straight for me. I don't think I could have hit
Excellent.
it from the backside.
Yeah, he gives Kendall a thin on the 6
Shot.
ball to where he can, set the 6 ball on the bottom rail, but he's flirting with a lot of trouble doing that.
Yep,
And
Well,
it requires a good hit from 3/4 of the table away.
yep. Like I say, you know, it forces them to come with the shot.
Yep.
And if they don't make it, in theory, it should open the table up for you to run out. But then, yeah, these guys have to capitalize if Kendall doesn't make a ball.
Yep.
They have to run it out. Missed it.
Ooh. I think the 6 goes in the corner past the 8. I'm pretty sure it does, actually.
Yep.
I was going to do
I
that.
think you're
should've
right.
just banged the goddamn thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I could have did that. Well, I thought about kicking at it and having it go 2 rails off the 7 on the side.
Yep.
I looked at that for
All right. A 4 ball out to get him within 2. From ball in hand.
No, but I'm getting tired.
Yep. Yep.
Just a hair bit steeper, I think. Not much, but like right in between them 2 diamonds would be perfect. To give Dale a cut on the 8. Ooh. Well,
This is okay. You can
yeah.
go to the bottom rail yet.
yeah, Dale's got a good stroke, so he should be able to pocket the 8 and put a nice forward momentum on it and get back up mid-table for Mike to pocket the 9 in the same corner.
Yep.
Yep. Beautiful.
Shot. I thought it was straighter than that. It was pretty good. He hit it pretty good. Looking at the camera.
All right.
And they are
I didn't
within
want to go
2.
far and leave you on the rail. I was like, I'll just play it short, give him some sort of angle, and
Finish this thing.
All right. I'm sorry, Chris. We gotta.
Oh, what are we doing? Oh, Mr. Kevin Dorn, Kevin and Lynn Dorn at LK Painting and Staining. We work with doors, windows, walls, base and casings, staircase, cabinets, and really anything in a home that needs to be finished. New construction and remodeling. For an estimate, please call Lynn at 920-213-2257.
Yeah. Don't call Kevin. I don't think he'd be able to help you with much other than maybe directions on how to get out of the, prison. But That's probably about it. All right. Well, they're within 2 here. Scrappy and clawing back.
Yep.
Cheddar with a break. Let's see how it ends up. Well, messy and dry.
Yep.
Which, given the mess, I'm thinking he's okay with the fact that it is dry.
Yep. I mean, yeah, they can. Kendall and Spencer can see the 1, but getting on that 2 is going to be tricky. Yeah, Kendall's not even attempting it.
Yep.
Let them deal with it. All right, thin the 2 and send the cue up table.
Yep. You just got to snuggle it up on that 6 ball.
Yep. Now you got to be patient and let them open the table up for you.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, no reason to get cute with this at all.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to hit it to get it down there.
Oh, that's easy. A little bit top inside English and just stroke it.
Yeah, this doesn't require much, though. I mean, you're so close to the rail.
Yep.
This doesn't require much of a stroke. Just straight top, and it goes right up the table. Oh, he overthought that, and he's gonna
get good.
It's gonna be okay, but
Yep.
he definitely made it a lot more dangerous than it needed to be.
Yeah, he hit it a little firm, but got away with it.
Yep.
Spencer might be able to split the 6-9 and get a hit, but
yeah, I don't think can't tell from here and there. I don't think we got a better angle to look at it either with the camera. It's close either way.
Yep. Yeah, Spencer's looking at coming off the long rail into the short rail and make the hit.
Yeah.
Which is probably a smarter angle to do it.
Yeah, I think I like that angle better. More opportunity for the 2 ball to go behind stuff. Yep. And the cue ball stays there.
Nice shot.
Well played.
That's a beautiful shot. Everything's open. The floor's got a good angle to get to the
Yeah, the table has shaped up here once
Yep.
once that
Yep.
264 was broken up.
Yeah, if they get ball in hand, I think Spencer and Kendall are out.
You got to like their chances, that's for sure.
If Mike can make a hit, then we'll see what the outcome is. But yeah, they get ball in hand. I'm predicting they're out.
I almost like going 3 rails behind this. Go
Yep.
behind the 3 ball.
Yep.
I think that
Go
gives
for
you
the 3 rail kick for that hit.
Yep. Yep. Because again, it gave you a lot of opportunities for things to go well.
Yep. And I think that 5 still goes.
Yep.
Messed up the 5 at least.
Oh, okay. Well, he thinks he messed it up.
I don't think so. I think they can cut that in.
I didn't like the 1 rail and the
I
2
mean, it's a
rail
thin
free
cut,
having
but
stretch
I
over
think
the
they can
table.
cut that in. But again, the overhead camera could be a little misleading for us, but
It's a good hit. It's not a good hit. Yeah, it's ball in hand. Well, I'm in a conference right now. 2-9.
2-9.
Oh yeah, do that all day.
They're going to take it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kendall is seriously saying shoot the 2-9.
you're going to make that ball all day. I don't like it. Oh, come on. All day.
You got a 3-game lead, so
Yep.
why not?
You got a
That's
3-game
the way
lead.
Kendall's looking at it.
Yeah.
I got a 3-game lead. These guys are still, I mean, yeah, they made the last 2 racks. Don't get me wrong, they shot really well, but.
And you got ball in hand.
Yep.
You got
They're-
a chance
they're-
to set this up exactly on the angle you want and just hit the 2 straight.
They're still a little struggling.
Yep, I like your chance. I like the decision.
Yep.
Spencer is really uncomfortable with it, though.
Spencer likes to play more of a defensive game. He is definitely a more defensive shooter.
All right, try not to give it up again.
Got away with it.
Perfect.
See, and that's what Spencer's saying. You know, I tried to play it this way instead of just going for the shot because he's that defensive player.
Yep.
You know, I've noticed that with him in 8-ball too. It's like, you know, even though he's got an easy shot on a ball in the pocket, he will leave that thing there till his last shot. Well, good hit by Mike.
Good hit by Mike, and
Definitely didn't give nothing away easy.
no, I don't.
Dodged a bullet.
Yeah, I don't think he can see it. Or if he can, he just can see the edge of it. I don't think he can make it.
But I broke it out real good. Hit the two a little thinner than I thought. Now it's
Just
wide
show
open
us
to
anything
open
better.
back to it.
Yeah. Boy, I can't tell for sure if he's got a piece of that or not,
I don't know.
Right.
It's real
or
tight.
if he's coming in behind it. Well, with the English, he's coming in behind it. Yep.
Me again.
Uh-oh, that's going to sit behind the 5.
Nope, came
Oh,
out.
It did come out. Okay.
Go off the side rail, kick it.
All right.
Well, let's see if they can get themselves out of another one.
Right? The boys have a chance here.
Yep.
I'm like, slam the 9.
Because if they can pull off this one and get within one game of
Why can't one of theirs hang? You know, mine's fucking
I love Spencer. Why can't one of
indeed.
theirs hang? But yeah, what I was about to say was, yeah, if they get this to 8-9, now it's gonna start putting a little pressure on Spencer and Kendall to go. Oh shit, you know, we're at 9-4 and now it's 9-8.
Yep. Absolutely. This is definitely going to ratchet up the pressure if they can get this one.
Yep. 4 to the 5 is the tricky.
Whoa. Whoa. He wants that to whoa.
Yeah, that was a little firm.
Yep. You got awful thin on that. This is another really testy shot.
Yep. If you're gonna cut it, a lot of inside to avoid the scratch.
See,
Or
I
you can
almost,
play. I'd almost play the bank.
I almost like cutting it with just a sniff outside, and then you come
Try
above
and-
the side pocket.
Try and get above the side pocket.
Yeah. Yep. Or you play
Well,
the Z bank and
fluke it in.
yep, yeah, you play the Z bank and
Sorry, guys.
and 2 rail the cue ball to perfect position on the 5. That
Yep.
works too. Yep.
That's what's nice about 9-ball sometimes is playing that bank and play with a little bit of speed. Sometimes you can get it on that second kick.
Yep. They absolutely have to capitalize on this. That is
Yes. Mike has got to let the fluke go and go, all right, we're out now.
Yep. Because that is a.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Oh. That is an
What a horrible time for a miscue.
absolute.
Horrible.
That's where my miscue happens. Jesus.
That's brutal.
That's rough. Yep. All right.
Well, I think this is going to wrap up this match, folks. Unfortunately, no Hill.
No Hill Thriller, it would appear this evening. Yep, Kendall doing the right thing, taking a walk around the table, giving
Yep.
Spencer a chance to kind of settle in.
Yep, let them both settle in and
Yep.
not rush it and not overthink it,
Oh,
not take it for granted. Nice lead by Kendall.
yep.
Stop shot for Spencer. 9 in the other corner.
We didn't
Bam.
deserve off that 4 ball anyways.
What does it matter? I mean,
I know,
what
but
does that got to do with it? It's 9 ball.
It's just fucking miscue, man. Ball don't lie. Fucking
Yep.
just miscued.
And there's the end of the match, folks.
That is the end of the match.
Hey, good shooting, brother.
Good shooting by both of them, though. That was
Yep.
a great comeback by Dale and
shooting,
Mike.
Absolutely. Great
Kendall
comeback.
Kendall wants that mic off ASAP. He's already got that thing off of him.
I will just cut them off so that we don't hear any of the rest of that. Yep, Kendall was done with it. He took the mic off immediately. He's like, I am out of here.
Yep.
I am out of here. So
yeah, well, good for Dale and Mike trying to get their crap back together and making a good comeback, but not quite enough to make it all the way.
Yep. Thank you all for tuning in.
Yep.
We appreciate it. As always, Dale appreciates all of your support. So they gave it a valiant effort, but in the end came up just a tiny bit short. Spencer and Kendall earning the win.
Yep.
Let's get some credits here, folks. Appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I don't know when the next match is scheduled. Do you happen to know off the top of your head, Chris, or no?
I do not.
But keep
for
watching.
One of the KOs.
Yeah, if you aren't, certainly you should subscribe to the channel and click that little notification bell so that you know the next time that Little Cheddar goes live.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks
for
everybody.
watching.
Appreciate that. Again, none of this could be done without these sponsors, so we appreciate all of their input.
Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to the viewers. You're all awesome.
And thank you to Little Cheddar for giving Chris and I the opportunity to do this as well. We appreciate it, and we had a great time in here tonight.
Thank
Yes,
you guys for being in here. You guys are friggin' awesome.
We try.
we try.
We didn't crash it, so, it can't be all bad.
Hallelujah.
You still have a stream. Oh.